Today we have with us former NWFP Chief Secretary and one of the senior bureaucrats of NWFP, Mr. Khalid Aziz. Let's ask him about the present situation in FATA and also the development going on. Sir, could you tell us that what is the status of present military operation going on in North and South Waziristan, and how it is going to have an impact on the present situation?
I think we must recognize that Waziristan, both north and south, is a different type of battlefield as compared with Swat or Bajor or Khyber. I would think that the military would be unwise to go in directly into Waziristan. They should adopt the old method which the British used to adopt, which was to have forces located in strategic points all over Waziristan, in Razmak, in Sarwakai, in Jarnola, and the rest of the place, and to squeeze the area and to manage it. Finding solutions to the Waziristan problem or dealing with Baitullah Masood and others through police action would be extremely difficult. So it should be containment of that area, trying to place embargoes which should be managed from the air rather than from the ground, and making sure that the resources, food and other items are restricted, and to apply the squeeze, and hoping thereby that over a period of time the people would rise because of these difficulties.
But, sir, but
And
don't you think
create.
that the using massive air power gunships and jet fighters, and also along with the artillery and mortar shells, it could be increasing the civilian casualties also, as we have seen it happened in Swat. So if you are not sending ground troops, how you are going to root out these bases of terrorism inside South and North Waziristan?
I think you are very right as a principle. If you have to get rid of terrorism, you have to attack the leadership. But you must not forget also that what you are dealing with and what your own capacities are. I think it is very clear, and if the military is not to be exposed to threats, because we must ensure that we do not lose our military capabilities and capacities. That is the last screen. So obviously, yes, in Waziristan it will cause collateral deaths and damages, but that is something that is unavoidable, and as the calculation stands today, I think that is something that you would have to deal with.
Like coming to that the US have sent more troops in Afghanistan, and perhaps it looks that they're going to sandwich these terror bases inside North and South Waziristan. Is it the strategy in the long term we are just looking forward?
I think what you're seeing in Waziristan is what's coming from outside. The US is increasing its forces by about 20,000 more men. Now, that's a huge number in terms of the deployment of US forces. And obviously, there are 2 points that they are going to strengthen. One is the border on Balochistan, which is operations in Helmand and Kandahar, they can be expected. And the eastern is activity against the Haqqani group. And now Haqqani group is operating in Waziristan, and it has strong linkages with Baitullah Masood, with Gul Bahadur, with Nazir. And I think what has happened in Waziristan is a preemptive move by the Haqqani group to make sure that they put the Pakistan military on the defensive before the American forces come into Khost, Paktiya and Paktika.
What would be the repercussions, you can say, of launching an operation both in North Waziristan and South Waziristan at this stage?
It's us who are in a threat and danger, and the pressure is going to mount against us. So I think our policymakers and leaders should adopt the best way for Pakistan. Obviously, the US is supportive of Pakistan. Obviously, they want to help, but the US should also recognize that building up pressure here would mean a pressure in Waziristan, which would have its fallout back in Banu, Diyai Khan and Peshawar, and maybe extends into Punjab. Whereas the pressure on the Balochistan border would build up pressure on to Quetta and further inland, even near parts of Karachi, because that is where the Pashtun elements are, and if they escape from Quetta and Balochistan, they would be coming to join their ethnic brothers. So these are the two pressure points that are likely to emerge, and I think this would lead to a situation where our overall law and order situation is going to become critical.
What, in your opinion, could be a viable solution to deal with this crisis?
I think we are facing an existential threat. It is very serious, and we must get together, put our minds. But I have no doubt we'll succeed, we'll come out on top. But it will demand sacrifices. I think we are beginning to see a backlash coming from the militants. There are going to be more hits and strikes against our urban centers. That is coming. But I think it indicates that we must focus on developing and strengthening our police forces. We must increase them very soon, very quickly. We should stop, in my mind, all development work and divert the resources towards enhancing national security.